Welcome to another Petersburg By Night revamped production. The following is rated for mature audiences and may contain graphic themes that will be distressing to some viewers. As always, we recommend you ensure the safety and well-being of yourself and those around you at all times. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello everyone and welcome to the SPbN By Night YouTube channel where we play St. Petersburg By Night, a massive multiplayer tabletop role-playing game set in the world of darkness. We play Vampire the Masquerade, Hunter the Reckoning, and Werewolf the Apocalypse. My name is Nikki, also known as Crafty Mirage, and you can find me on all social media at Crafty Mirage, and I am one of the storytellers here at SPbN By Night. Make sure to check out SPbN By Night on all major social media platforms. We're on Twitter, also known as X, we're on TikTok, we're on Instagram, and we're on Twitch. But you should check us out on our website, SPbNByNight.com, where we have our city map, storyteller profiles, and one-of-a-kind threat meter. If you aren't already a subscriber here on YouTube, you should go ahead and hit that follow button and catch up on our past episodes. And if you're interested in playing with us, come and join our Discord server and be a part of our amazing community. Today we are playing Mementos, a Camarilla chronicle here at SPbN By Night. Let's introduce our players.
I'm Leisha. I'll be playing Parker, your friendly neighborhood Bruja.
Hi, my name is Banshee, and I'll be playing Wally, your friendly neighborhood Nosferatu.
Hi, I'm Wex. I will be playing your manipulative neighborhood Tremere.
Hello, my name is Lilith, and I'll be playing your not-so-friendly neighborhood La Sombra Leaf.
So, last session, we had a couple of technical issues, so I'll give a quick summary of the things that you missed. So, after Carmen Alvarez had left the coterie haven, the coterie spoke to Scott a little bit and learned a little bit about his history with Carmen, that he considers her a spoiled Toreador princess, and that he does not care for her one bit, and informing the coterie that she does not have as much power as she acts like she does. The coterie dispersed for the week, with several of them doing their research and following up on some leads. Emmerich went ahead and interrogated the ghoul, the kind Dennis Cole, who had recovered the journal that was owned by Dr. Lake through means that they are still not aware of. They got the name of someone who had come to his house earlier that same day and retrieved the journal, saying that he had worked for the National History Museum, and gave them a card that was for one Oscar Vasquez of the Smithsonian National History Museum. After they spoke to Dennis, Leaf and Parker caught up, and Parker apologized for her actions, informing Leaf a little bit about how young she actually was, and giving Leaf a lot of insight as to the situation and how naive and unknowing this young Bruja was. Tonight, we find ourselves starting with Emmerich and Wally. Emmerich and Wally, you decided that you wanted to go speak with Dennis again before continuing on with your evening. So, you are at the Coterie Haven. Dennis has been comfortably settled in his room. Would you have allowed him to have access to a laptop so he can at least continue to get schoolwork done and grading papers while being held basically by you guys?
If Meredith could provide a laptop that was secure, a VPN into some remote location,
I will
and prevent him from doing anything else.
I will say that Marigold is more than capable of providing this, so it's not going to be an issue for her to provide something like this for Dennis so he can continue doing his work for his PhD and also for his classes.
And I would have no problem with that.
All right. Well, you are at the Coterie Haven. Yes, go ahead, Wally.
No, you were introducing the scene. I was going to say Wally is coming to Emmerich like a man determined, with a list, a couple of books, some information, and a laptop.
All right. So, Emmerich, you see Wally as Panchi has described, and the scene is actually yours.
Wally, yes.
Well, you know what this means? Wally's going to put everything on a table, open the laptop, open the books. I found where the book is.
You found the journal?
Yes. Sort of.
Okay.
Probably.
Okay. Tell me more.
I have a wonderful guesstimate. Is with the FBI, and most probably with the FBI in Tampa. Dear Agent Oscar Vasquez has it. Probably 99.5% sure of it.
That's a problem.
That is a problem, but we might be losing some loose ends, so we need to talk to Dennis again. I need you to talk to him because he won't want to answer my questions.
Of course. I think we can sort of handle this. You just want to know where exactly he acquired the book, I assume.
Yeah, who he worked with, who probably has the more information. Was there any other books? Like, where did he find it? How did it come to him? And was there any other institution that worked with him? We cannot lose this. If the FBI got this book and they have this specific suspicion that it was only one person writing on it, that is a huge Masquerade breach.
Yes, that would be a problem.
And Wally is like putting the papers and opening up maps to try and locate to you the headquarters of the FBI in Tampa, looking much like the guy of the conspiracy theory wall. And we need to find a way of luring Agent Vasquez out. Probably using Dennis, but I don't know how we can do that. I don't know how susceptible Dennis is going to be to join a meeting with him, or how loyal Dennis is going to be. Maybe we can Google him. I don't know if it's a step too far or not.
We can talk about that once we have the information we need.
Yeah, sure. By the way, I need to talk to you about all the stuff that I want to do later. Are you going to be busy tonight?
No, not at all. I'm gonna, and at this point, Emmerich's gonna walk over to the storage closet and take out the headsets, like the earpieces, so we could communicate. And he's just gonna hand one to Wally and be like, "Just Be outside listening. If I miss anything, just feel
I can
free
be
to.
inside the room.
Oh yeah, right. But then you can't talk to me like out the.
I can
whole-
talk to you in the... Oh, yeah, I can talk in a headset if I'm not invisible. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's the-
okay. Yeah, I can do that with a headset
just
outside
saying.
the room.
You can listen in. You can talk to me from outside the room. I know you like to be in the room when it happens, but for now, we'll just wait outside and just feed me any information you want me to ask that I miss. You good?
Good, good. Yeah, I think I can work with that. Yeah, yeah.
All right, so Emmerich is going to head upstairs to the cell we have, the very cozy cell. With
It's
the,
a
the chair.
room. It's a bedroom.
So-
It's basically a bedroom.
Bedroom that has
Nah.
been secured externally. He's going to unlock the door.
All right.
Gonna go inside.
Yeah, Dennis is actually sitting at one of the one of the like it's a table, like a small little end table that's also like one of those like square single person kitchen tables.
Mm-hmm.
He's sitting at that with his desk and the laptop that you guys provided for him, and he is actually just doing some homework. And like you see that he's got some Beats headphones on, and he's like bobbing his head to music as he's working on whatever paper he seems to be engrossed in.
Emmerich is gonna sort of make his way in front of him and just sort of wave, get his attention.
Oh, Dennis will spot you, lower the headphones, and you can just hear some like EDM music playing through it.
Are you wearing the mask?
Oh yeah, he would be wearing the mask because he's trying to avoid his face in any sort of memories with Dennis. So he would be wearing a mask, I guess a ski mask at this point.
Okay.
So Dennis, we are trying to get this resolved, but we need some information just to figure out where to put the loose ends together. Do you think you can help us out? Just tell us
Yeah.
what you-
Do you have to keep wearing that ski mask? No offense, but it's kind of freaking me out.
Here's the thing: if we can't get this sorted out, or if they recover you and you've seen me, that puts me in danger. I'm trying to help you, but I'm trying to protect myself. I hope you understand.
I mean, I guess. Okay. What can I help you with?
I have some questions about the journal specifically. Where
Yeah.
did you get your hands on it?
Well, I go into like local pawn shops regularly, thrift places, and I like look for stuff that could be misplaced. Like it's like I'm like scavenging for stuff that could be of historical relevance. Like you never know when you could accidentally wander into a painting that was lost during World War II sort of deal.
Yeah, of course.
But
You-
this
which
one
ones?
I actually found on Facebook Marketplace, surprisingly enough.
Do you recall the seller?
She was like really pretty. She said that it was something that was kept that her mother kept and gave to her when she passed away.
Good to know. And out of character, I won't say this out loud, but mental note that I'm going to check his phone that he gave us the password to, and go
Okay.
onto Facebook Marketplace and find out who that is later.
Okay.
So you met up with this attractive woman. You paid her how much for this journal?
She only asked for like $20. Like for this one, and I got a bunch of other books from her too. Like they were mostly like novels, like some Charles Dickens, some like all that stuff. Like it was mostly just the classics, and this was the only thing in the. I don't think she actually knew what she was giving me. I think she just had a box full of books from her mother, and
Okay.
that she inherited from her mother, and then just sold it all for me for $20.
Can you describe her just like a little bit more than attractive?
Yeah, she was she was pretty young actually. Like I'm like she must have, like I think her mom. I don't know how her mom died, but I'm assuming her like died young. She's Latin. Long dark hair, brown eyes. Super charming. I tried asking for her number, but she said she wasn't interested, and that kind of crushed me a little bit because I kind of I was shooting my shot, as it were, and yeah, I guess she wasn't interested.
Oh, understand. It's always disappointing when someone says no, but you have to respect it. And out of character, does that description resonate with any of the handmaidens?
It could be one of the handmaidens. You only have a sketch of her.
Fair. It also sort of reminds me of Carmen, but that's a whole different thing.
But yeah,
we won't go there right now.
I grabbed it from the I met up with her at the St. Pete SF University campus, and she sold it to me.
Okay. So, anything else significant you found with this book? In that box of mom's book?
No, it was just a bunch of, just like I said, some classics. There actually were a couple of first editions in there. Like, there was a first edition Bram Stoker's Dracula. And, like, I've got that all tucked away back home. That could be, like, that's something that you go home and brag about in academic circles.
You just hear that, Emmerich, in your earpiece. I'm going to find that book. I'm going to steal it.
And Emmerich just does not even acknowledge that was said in his earpiece. Yeah, no, a first edition of Dracula sounds fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else interesting?
Nope.
So, who is? I realize there was it sounds like a decent amount of interest in it. Do you remember anyone who contacted you about the book?
Just that guy from the Smithsonian.
Yeah.
He said he was gonna reach out to me to try to bring me on the research team.
But he never actually contacted you?
I mean, he did contact me because I was starting to post about my findings on some forums and everything.
Sorry, you never met him in person.
Oh no, I did. He came to my he came to my house, my apartment.
Mm-hmm. And was that before or after this journal disappeared?
He's the one that picked up the journal.
Oh, so he does have it then.
Yeah. He's from the Smithsonian, and he told me that he could bring me in on the research team potentially, maybe like an internship or something like that. Maybe get me a reference to potentially move to DC and like get started on this anthropology stuff.
Okay. And how long ago was that?
The same night. Like, well, I met with him earlier the same day that you guys came and helped me out.
Yeah, so that makes actually a lot of sense. I think he might have been candidly connected to the people who tried to hurt you, and I think he was trying to clean up the trail.
Wait.
So, yeah, we looked into him. He does not actually work for the Smithsonian. That's not a real thing.
Wait, so I don't have a research opportunity?
No, you barely survived. He was there to get the book peacefully and then have you disappeared afterward, from everything we can tell.
God, and you see, like, he pulls off the headphones and, like, just tosses them onto the table, onto his laptop,
Dennis,
frustrated.
If you need an in for some historical research, I know people. Once we get this resolved, I might be able to set something up, get you connected.
Seriously?
Right now, yeah, it's fine. But first, we have to make sure that these individuals who are trying to kill you don't kill you. But I can help you out. I absolutely can help you out.
Yeah, I guess. God damn it, I'm kind of just upset that I fucking handed over probably what could have been my breakthrough for my fucking dissertation, for just getting into the field. Ugh, God damn it. Oh, it sucks.
We all have setbacks. I have had my own. You'll be all right.
All right.
And unless Wally says anything in the earpiece,
Yeah.
Emmerich gonna call it good.
And assuming that Wally heard this last snippet from Dennis, Wally is going to whisper to Emmerich, tell him we might have an opportunity to send him to London if he cooperates. We maybe have some contact in the British Museum.
How do you feel about London, Dennis? The British Museum?
London? Seriously?
Yeah, I know some people there.
It's safer
might
for him
also-
to leave the country.
It might also. You do have a passport, I'm assuming, yes?
Yeah, my mom took us all to the Philippines when I was a kid, when I was in middle school, so I keep that regularly updated because sometimes you never know when the family all wants to get together.
Understandable. Like I said, when we can arrange safe travel and the contact, it may be a few weeks, might be a month. And as long as we can make sure to get you an opportunity over there, we'll try to arrange it. You're okay with that?
Yeah, no, for sure.
It'll be safer for you than staying here. There's too many people who apparently want bad things for you here, so we can work on that.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. And then thank you. I'm sorry if there's anything you need, just go ahead and make some notes, jot them down, drop them under the door. We'll make sure that you're taken care of as best we can.
I wouldn't mind some Monster Energy drinks. I'm kind of it's crunch time, like finals and everything. Trying to get a bunch of stuff done.
I will get you a case of Monster Energy.
Oh, thank you.
All right. And with that, Emmerich is gonna leave, and he will pass on the order to Lanny to pick this gentleman up a case of Monster Energy.
She will give you a big thumbs up, and we'll do so when she goes shopping for him next.
So.
Yeah.
Do we have a name? Facebook works with faces. Do we got names? Tell me you got
Emmerich is
a name.
gonna go to the phone, go to the Facebook Marketplace, and look at the recent conversations and find this person, and see if there's a name and or picture of her.
There is a profile page, but it's one of those. It's a profile page that was recently made, and doesn't even have a profile picture on it. Like, you know, those it almost comes off as a bot account, just because of how bare minimum is on there. But you do see that there is a name that they were communicating with, and the name is Vera.
Remind
Do you
me,
think Mary Goat can crack that?
is Vera one of the handmaidens?
Vera is the name of one of the handmaidens.
That's what I thought. Yeah. So just making sure. It's been a while at this point. All right. No,
Are you going to tell me that?
Emmerich's gonna look at Wally. This is enough. We know Vera. We know who she is.
Oh, do we?
She's one of the individuals who made off with everything that Isabel had, so that they could get their hands on. So yeah, we are aware of her, and I can give you a briefing on that when we have more time. For now, we have to
Well,
find.
please
the
do.
book. We have to find
Yeah,
the
now
book.
we need to find the book. And we probably need to trace that plan to getting it from Tampa then. I suggested taking our guy from London as one.
Do you
Can
actually
make him
have?
disappear there. Yes, I do have a contact in London.
Okay, interesting. I had some here, but that works better for him anyway, so it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's good to take him out of here, and he's going to get some good use researching things. It's sort of a win-win situation for me to send him there.
Agreed.
And another thing that I wanted to talk to you about our friend that we are hunting, that is hunting the book with us.
Which friend?
The third-eyed one.
Right. What about the third-eyed one?
Yeah.
I see you picked up on that as well.
Yeah. So, I know you have a history with them. Not you, but you.
Yes,
as
I'm
a
aware.
whole.
Yes.
So, I was researching a bit more our Dr. Asling Lake. And
Mhm.
I came across the fact that she was in the medical coterie.
Okay.
And so I was wondering, would you want to talk with one of your fellow Tremiers with me that happens to work at the hospital?
Can we
I
leave
have
out?
arranged a meeting with Dr. Alex
Of
to talk
course.
about Dr. Ashley.
Yes. But
Just
can we?
curious on how the Salubri would want a journal from someone that worked in a medical field.
Sure. Okay, but can we keep the Salubri part under wraps for now?
Of course, not going to tell the other Tremiers that we have a sandwich in the lunchbox, right?
I don't really think about the sandwich bit. I think more about there's bad history between their clan and ours, and I don't know how Dr. Alex well enough to really understand how he would react to that. So I think it's better that we keep coterie business within the coterie. That's all.
Oh yeah, it was made coterie business now that this Vera person made itself known, right?
Yeah, well, I mean that, and the fact that it's our job really to recover as much as we can and as quietly as we can. So
Yes. So it was mostly like that. I mean, I for certain wouldn't mind talking to him alone. I would love to have a word with a good doctor. But you being a part of the family might help a little bit to pass some confidence, if you know.
I'm more than happy to make introductions and have a conversation. We can go together. It's a good find on your part, and I think that Dr. Alex will understand that, given your nature, you'd want to have the full picture on the information got from your own endeavors. So I think we can work with that.
I mean, it was my intuition that told us, me, you, to research where did he get the book, and look how we have now.
Exactly. We at least we think where it might be, so that's good news.
Good, let's go.
Let's go.
Wally's going to slap your arm and turn around and be like, let's go.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Lanny is going to drive you.
Yeah,
right.
absolutely.
You get in the car and give directions to Lanny and takes you over to St. Petersburg General Hospital, where you are shown the way to the office of one Dr. Alex Dottore. And switching scenes, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, Dr. Alex?
Hello there. I am Lakar, and tonight I am playing Dr. Alex Dottore, Primogen for the Tremere.
All right. So, Dr. Alex, you were contacted through the Nosferatu Primogen that one of the Nosferatu that has recently entered the city wanted to speak with you because he has an interest in hospitals and medical stuff in general. So tonight he arranged a meeting with you because he had some questions. When he comes in, why don't you guys go ahead and describe yourselves to Dr. Alex? Or Wally, rather, since Emmerich and Dr. Alex have already met.
Indeed.
Okay, so we are walking in an office, like regular doctor's
Yes.
office on the hospital.
Yeah, it's just a doctor's office. He's got a desk. Actually, Dr. Alex, if you want to describe your office in the hospital.
Yes, it is a smallish size. There is a couch along the far wall, 2 chairs sitting in front of it. It is like a dark colored wood desk. There are rows of books behind it and oddly various things like what looks like a top hat with a wand sticking out of it, fake roses, weird things that just don't look like they belong in a doctor's office.
Dr. Alex, it's good to see you again. My friend here, Wally, was telling me that Wally was going to meet with you, and I thought I would join.
Oh, spectacular.
If that's okay with you. We're kind of working on this together.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So, Doctor, when you look over to Wally, what you see is a 18-year-old looking young man. He is 6'4" and borderline anorexic, if not sickly thin albino with bluish purple eye and short hair. He wears a face mask that he takes off, the medical ones commonly used on hospitals. And when he takes it off, you understand roughly whose clan he is from. Because what you see is a very prominent cleft lip scar on the face, bisecting the lip to the left side, closing up one of the nostrils, going almost to the inside corner of the eye, and a tracheostomy scar at the base of the neck. And when he introduces himself, you can hear the damage on his vocal cords. Clothes wise, he's wears very old-fashioned clothes, so though he looks young, he wears like second-hand button-down shirt and slacks, and he seems eager to meet you. He goes, "Hello, doctor. It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Walter Sims, but please call me Wally." And he goes to shake your hand, but he holds himself with a smile, but like, "Yeah, right," and pulls his hand back.
He'll look at Wally. He'll kind of take a moment as he's taking in the features. Will glance at the face, kind of like he's thinking, and then down at the scar on the throat, like he's processing. And then when he goes to reach out, he sees that Wally pulls back, and he just kind of, fair enough, understandable. So,
Hi.
Please, have a seat. How can I help you?
Sure. And he kind of looks at Emmerich. Do you want to make the introductions as to the subject?
Yes, the introductions, of course. I'll just be very candid with you. We need information on what I believe is a former coterie mate of yours.
Dr. Ashley.
Yeah, Lake, was it?
Yes.
Yes.
Dr. Lake.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dr. Lake. We believe she may have some relevance to some work we're doing in the city for Carmine. I can't give you more details, as I'm sure aware. Not really at liberty to talk about that, but anything you can tell us about her would be very helpful.
Sure. I'm not sure what information I could give you. I mean, talking to her Primogen would probably get you a bit more.
Like, you have no idea on any research, how medical feuds, anything that might have called the attention of anyone other than the coterie? Like, how was she to work with? Any personality traits or I don't know, interest that she might have had on other clan people? How was she with others from backgrounds and social skills.
Let's start with one. Personality traits. What was she like?
Have you ever seen those? You ever seen someone that was just way too nice for their own good?
I
Like
have.
she was an abs. Like you just could feel like you'd get diabetes or a toothache just listening to her talk.
Understood. So she was very sweet. She particularly empathetic, caring, things like that.
Absolutely. We had moments where we didn't always get along. I'm not gonna lie. We're not perfect, but she was definitely the one who kept us together and level-headed.
Interesting.
She liked to dance.
Like to dance, do you say? Interesting. That's fantastic. Is she a good dancer? Did you dance with her often, Dr. Alex?
It was like a prerequisite for our meetings.
Interesting. What other questions do you have, Wally? Let's try to keep one at a time as opposed to throwing 30 different topics at Dr. Alex.
I think he would be used at several questions. He's a doctor after all. But fair enough. What kind of research did you know that she did on the hospital? What kind of field was she working with? Anything interesting for kindred and kind world?
Well, me, I was just a surgeon. Like I said, Aurora would know a hell of a lot more. She was a phlebotomist, but I do believe Lake. No, Lake pretty much had a little bit of everything. I don't know if she ever really mentioned a specialty.
Dr. Alex, you would know that she was just a general practitioner at the hospital, is what she was categorized as, but she had specialty training in a lot of different fields.
That's right. Yeah, I don't think she had quite a few specialties under her belt, but as far as I know, she was just a general practitioner.
Anything that would further in clan or out of clan relationships or all sorts of the like. Nothing like that. Assuming that the medical coterie was to do that with some sort of research.
Honestly, with us, we didn't really get too interpersonal with our specialties and things like that. Mostly, we just kept everybody in the city going.
Cohen?
Yeah, we had a bit of a stint where some of us couldn't go out and get snacks like we were supposed to.
So you were acting like a glorified delivery service. And Wally looks visibly disappointed.
Apologies.
He'll kind of give a cocked eye at that. It was more of I was making sure everyone lived.
Oh, yes. Of course. I'm sorry,
And
primogen to imply other way.
Made best use of not angering their beasts, as it were. I think that's a very noble endeavor.
Yes, considering people couldn't get out and get their own food, we made sure that people didn't cause problems because they couldn't.
I mean, that's fair. I guess I was just having some expectations to have kindred working in the field of medicine, especially Tremere and the history with the blood and all. Maybe I don't know what I was expecting. I lived in the hospitals a lot of times, so medical research was something that always fascinated me. And he looks kind of sheepish, like, I think it's screwed a little bit up.
So I am curious though, why Lake? And like I said, she had a lot of specialties, but she was a surgeon like me, and she was a general practitioner. But it just seems odd that of all the people, why would someone single out Lake? I mean, she was a tour like everyone else.
It's not about singling her out. It's just a connection she has to our current inquiry. That's all. And as I said, that is something that we're not allowed to talk about. Unfortunately, I would, of course, Primogen, be happy to tell you if I could, but it's simply not something I'm currently capable of doing without disgracing myself and probably our clan a bit. So I hope you understand.
And you said it was for the prince?
Yes, indeed. I mean, in some ways it's for the city as a whole, but yes, it's a short version.
And I hope if you can pass along, you mentioned Aurora was her primogen?
Yes.
My apologies for not coming to her, because I can't really approach a rose with my condition. And I did not have any ties that could get me in without causing a fuss. I don't know how roses in the city are, and I was maybe too shy to ask my primogen.
Understood. We can potentially reach out to her if maybe she'll give us more information at some point in the future.
Yeah, Aurora was another member of the coterie. It seems like you guys should have gone to her first, to be honest.
Honestly, as far as I'm aware, the coterie membership was not that public as far as the information goes. But if you have any contact information for her, or if you'd like to arrange a meet and greet, we could probably handle that as well.
Of course, I could send a message out to Aurora and see if she'd be willing to speak with you.
Of course, and you have my number, so if you just want to let me know if that's the case and pass on however we should contact her, whether it's phone, visitation, letter.
If she's amicable and accepting, yes, I can talk to her. I usually avoid it, but for sure. I still got plenty of questions.
And if she's not, I'd be happy to speak with her alone. And at Wally, I'll be sure to brief you, of course. If that is the case. I don't know her. I don't know what her biases are. I'm hoping she's more progressive, but you never know.
Well, thank you, Doctor, very much for your time. I can see you do a wonderful job in the hospital.
Well, thank you. I'm sorry I couldn't be of more help, but if there's anything else, feel free.
Thank you.
Emmerich gonna sort of look at the hat and the fake flowers again, and just sort of like smile slightly and just be like, if you do shows, I'd love to see one sometime.
Alex will flick his wrist and a playing card will appear. I mean, I wasn't always a surgeon.
That's amazing.
Skilled hands, I guess, have many talents. Thank you for always being a surprise, Primogen. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. My door is always open to anyone who needs.
Yeah.
And yes, Emmerich, if I hear from her, if I hear from Aurora, I will be sure to let you know.
Thank you so much. And if you will excuse us, unless Wally has some last-minute questions to ask.
Do you know where the visitation time here ends?
He will give the times for the hospital.
Thank you. That might come in useful. I have a friend that might be coming by.
For what purpose, may I ask?
Same as mine. If you, I mean, I think you might recognize the scars.
Okay, I just wanted to be sure. We have to be careful here.
Oh no! I wasn't implying anything of the sort. I mean, I assume you have a coterie here. This is off limits, I believe.
Dr. Alex, you would actually be very on guard in regards to Kindred being in the hospital lately without permission, because a few weeks ago, a shipment of bagged blood was stolen from the hospital itself.
Yes, we're just I'm keeping on my guard. We had some problems recently that I just need to be careful of and keep an eye out for, as it were.
Good. It's all good, especially because knowing that you'll have good observation and know that he'll probably be safe here or safer. It's good. I might be talking with your staff then. Thank you, Doctor. Again.
You mean another of your family, correct?
No. He's not one of us. He actually needs the help.
Okay.
To an actual patient.
Yes, an actual patient.
Well, then it should
Well-
be okay.
Thank you. Nothing permanent, but good to know to have access to stuff.
Thank you again, Dr. Alex. You've been very helpful.
Of course. Anytime.
Well, we got work to do, Emmerich. Wally's going to stand up. Thank you again. I think I thanked you enough. Here, have this. And he's going to put a little plastic ball that probably you do magic tricks. You recognize it as a smoke bomb on your desk. And he's going to turn to the door and be like, "Come on, Emmerich. We got work to do."
Okay.
Emmerich and Wally, as you're leaving, please give me a charisma and subterfuge roll. And
Oh,
Dr.
dear, I
Alex,
have none of those.
and Dr. Alex, I would like you to give me a wits and insight.
Charisma or manipulation?
Charisma.
Oh,
fuck.
dear.
That's not good. Can I blood
Oh,
search?
charisma and a what?
It's charisma and subterfuge.
I have.
I will
none
also
of that.
I will also accept composure and subterfuge.
Thank you. It's slightly better.
Can I blood search this?
Yes, you can, and so can Dr. Alex if
Okay.
he so wishes.
I want to do
Oh,
that.
I
I
wish.
passed my blood search.
Of course
By
you
the
do.
way, we blushed today. We roused.
Yeah, let's just
today.
assume. Let's just assume you have.
Okay, that is actually not bad. A 3.
I got 4, and I can't even use any willpower to reroll. So
And what did you get, Dr. Alex?
dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun. And suddenly, a card comes flying towards
6
Wally's
successes.
throat.
Of
Oh,
course you do.
Jesus.
Now, Dr. Alex, you let them leave. You let them walk out. But as they're leaving, and the door closes behind them, you sit back in your chair and you know that something is going on. They were withholding information from you. There was something else at work in their questioning involving Dr. Lake. You don't know what it was, but you are now suspicious of Emmerich Vale and Walter Sims of the Nosferatu. Thank you so much for joining us for this scene, Dr. Alex. We will
Absolutely.
We will now transition our scenes to Parker. Parker, you are going to be meeting with Scott tonight, correct?
Correct.
All right. So, you go and meet with Scott at the Haven. Your shared haven with him.
Mhm.
And he is just watching TV. He's actually just relaxing for once. He has made sure that you your shifts have been adjusted accordingly ever since your embrace. You work less hours, but you did receive a pay increase that was not questioned, so that way your income wouldn't be affected.
Nice.
Yes. So you're still working you're working less hours, but you're making about the same as you were regardless. But
Gotta get that like shift differential.
yeah. So he notices you coming into the living room, and he glances up at you and turns and mutes the TV. Hey kiddo, what's up?
Hey. Just kind of wanted to check in, I guess.
Yeah. Take a seat.
I'll go over and sit down near him on the couch.
How are you adjusting?
Well, I mean, parts of it are pretty normal. I think I'm getting better at feeding, but I really didn't like the getting shot part.
Yeah,
I would like to avoid that.
it's best to avoid it for sure, but at the very least, it's not going to debilitate you as much as it would have before.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah.
I mean, it fucking hurt, but only for a little bit.
Yeah, and you just can naturally heal yourself, make the wounds stitch back together.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes a little bit longer to heal more grievous wounds, but I mean, just a single shot for a bruja, that's nothing, so that's like a scratch on your scraped knee. It's gonna heal pretty quick.
My initiation, I guess.
Yeah. We're the rabble, and according to Kindred Society, we are the rebellious clans. We are the natural anarchs. Most of us get labeled as anarchs, even though some of us are still in the Camarilla, but yeah.
So the anarchs are just not with Camarilla?
The anarchs are another sect within the Kindred. Like, you know how the governments have their parties?
Yeah.
Well, Kindred Society also has their parties. They have the Anarchs and they have the Camarilla. The Camarilla are the old blood, as it were. They've been around since the 1400s, when it was decided that Kindred Society needed structure. They're the ones with the rules, the 6 traditions that keep us safe, that keep our kind safe. However, it has been taken advantage of a lot. The old are the more powerful, get to do and say what they would say and do what they want. And it doesn't leave a lot of room for the young to have a say in how things work, which is where the Anarchs come in. The Anarchs are kindred who no longer wanted to live under the tyranny, as they called it, of the Ivory Tower, the Camarilla. And they deemed that every kindred should be free to make their own decisions and live their own lives without fear of retaliation. So they broke away and they started rebelling against the Camarilla. And yeah, at the end of the day, it's all a matter of how you want to live. Personally, I like living with a little bit more safety. That's why I chose the Camarilla. The structure offers some security.
So, better to be safe than completely free.
There is no such thing as completely free in Kindred Society. You're always under someone's thumb. Much like we are now.
So might as well be safe.
I mean, yeah. But,
So,
yeah, go ahead, kiddo.
do the Anarchs just kind of live wherever?
There are a lot of them up north of the neutral zone. Remember, I told you about that place? It's basically a no man's land, except for making sure that you don't make yourself known to the kind, the humans.
Yeah. When do you think I can go there?
I'm not going to tell you not to go there because you're a Bruja now, and your natural state is to rebel. Be stubborn. So I'll instead tell you that if you're going to go up there, to be smart. Get more than you give. If you talk to people. Anything you can and say can and will be used against you. Case in point, there was some dumbass Ventru who fucking talked about some cult shit and, well, don't know what happened to her.
Oh. So...
What's on your mind?
Why does it all have to be so complicated?
Because living is complicated, even if you're not breathing anymore. The world is complicated. Doesn't matter if you're human, vampire, or a fucking werewolf. Because yes, those are real too. And if you ever meet one, run the fuck away. It's gonna be complicated no matter what you are.
I feel like I was just starting to figure things out. Now I have so much more to figure out.
Kid, take it from me. You don't get it. You don't ever figure it out. There are people around here that are hundreds of years old. I don't even think they have it figured out. Fuck. The last prince was... She regularly told people how she was at the Convention of Thorns. The Conventions of Thorns is this big conference that the Kindred Society had to form the Camarilla and the traditions and all that stuff. That's history we can get into later. But that lady used to spout, so that would have made her like 600 years old. This city was a dumpster fire in the eyes of the world at large because of how it was being run. Like, you can go...
mean, Florida.
It is Florida, yes, that's true. But you could go to California, ask someone about St. Pete, and they'll tell you right away that they hear this place is a mess.
So, why do you stay here?
I liked what the old broad was trying to do. She was trying to bring down the walls between sects. I liked that concept, but by the time I got here, she had already moved on. But her ideal was still here, so I thought I'd stick it out. She believed in second chances, from what I understand.
Well, I definitely like that.
Yeah, because normally in any other city, we would have been killed for what I did to you. I didn't have permission. In the Camarilla, you gotta get permission to make another.
Yeah, that's one of the traditions, right?
Yeah. So the fact that Carmine just chalked it up to a life boon, I'm stuck, but I'm grateful that he didn't fucking do what most princes would do.
So, I guess, what should I do?
Take it one day at a time. Well, one night at a time. Learn the best you can. You like Hamilton, right?
Yeah.
As much as Aaron Burr is not a popular figure amongst the Bruja, he did have one piece of good advice for kids. Talk less, smile more. Until you're ready to play the game fully, just observe.
Oh, hey. Did you ever find anything else out about Ramona?
Yeah, I've been keeping an eye on my people. One of the guys is supposed to message me whenever she shows up. She hasn't shown up yet, but I'm waiting for it. Especially she's poaching from my people.
So, does everybody have a group of people like that? Should I do that?
It's more convenient to have a steady food supply. Makes things easier. You don't have to actively go out hunting.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just feel better about it when they're not awake for it.
Yeah, everyone has their own tastes. I like people from a certain lifestyle. I like people who most of society would not look at twice and would just not trust immediately.
Why?
Those of them that are trying to get a second chance, for some reason, it just resonates in their blood. It's like a sweetness that you wouldn't expect is there.
Ew, wait, were you feeding on me?
You aren't my type normally. You just came in at a bad time. Whenever our beast gets a little too hungry, we lose control. Don't worry, I actually do worry that it will happen to you at some point, and when it does, it's not fun.
Yeah, I know.
He looks at you. What do you mean you know?
Well, I mean, it wasn't too bad. I got shot. It was kind of rough.
Did they stake you? Did you kill someone?
No. It's fine. It's fine. It just took me a little bit to calm down.
All right. They took care of you?
Yeah. Yeah, Sean helped hold me back.
Did they feed one of the ghouls to you or something?
Yeah.
Make me a manipulation and subterfuge. Yes, you can add ingenue.
And feigning innocence.
Yes.
Am I still at the same hunger from last time?
No, you're at 1 hunger now.
Okay.
It is assumed that you hunt during the week.
Okay. I got 4 successes.
4 successes. 4 successes is enough. He nods. All right, good. Was wondering why they kept him around.
Well, like I said, I like it better when they're not awake. But
Still better than killing someone.
yeah. I guess you'd know. Sorry, I didn't.
No,
I
it's
didn't mean it
no.
like that.
I deserve it. I deserve it. You have every right to be angry for as long as you fucking want. I'm never going to fault you for any comment you make on that. I stole your life. You have every right to hate me for it. I stole the sun from you. I stole a normal life from you.
Well, you can make up for it by helping me out now.
How?
Just being around and teaching me what to do.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that I was gonna do regardless, kid. I thought you were gonna ask me to fucking let those people snoop around my guys.
Why would I do that?
Exactly. That's your learning. You don't let people sniff around your food.
But you'll tell us, right? When she shows up.
Under one condition.
What?
They are not allowed to touch my guys.
That seems fair.
If they touch my guys, I will know. And then that's going to be a tradition broken.
Because they're your property.
Correct.
That's so fucking weird.
Think of it from an animal perspective.
Yeah. I guess that makes sense.
But
Just like a rancher, I guess you take care of them.
yeah.
They feed you.
Yeah. But speaking of those ne'er-do-wells that we are now stuck with, he turns off the TV. We should probably go check in on them.
Yeah. It's probably a good idea.
Yeah. All right. Get in the car. I'll meet you out there.
Okay.
All right. And moving on to our next scene. Our coterie comes back together, and we do have our fifth player at the table tonight. They joined us a little bit later. But Parker, Scott, you and Scott drive down to the coterie haven, and whenever you arrive, I'll say that this is just the standard meeting day for everyone in the coterie to meet at the haven. So you'll all have gathered by this point just for ease of transition, sake of brevity, we'll say that everyone has gotten together for the evening and is in the coterie haven to meet and to share information that they've gathered throughout the week. And the scene is yours.
Well, good to see everybody's here.
Indeed.
Yeah, how's the week been?
Very productive, and I believe I got some resolutions and some stuff if anyone wants to be useful first.
Well, I don't have anything. We haven't had any sightings of Ramona yet.
Gotcha.
I mean, you are the one that just said that you have information, so go on with it.
No one else has anything? No information? No investigation? Nothing?
Well, I know a bar she frequents. Well, used to, at least.
Nice.
Couldn't.
Yes?
It's the closest thing to doxing I was able to get.
I mean, it really helps.
You know most of what I know already, and also I've been keeping in contact with the police department, seeing if we can get anything from that lead, giving us at least
Okay.
first dibs on finding this Ramona in character. Did some other research that hasn't really panned out.
Okay. So, very well. Wall is going to pull his sleeves and bring out a rolling sort of whiteboard with maps and pens and things.
When did you get that?
I brought it from home. It's not hard to get one of those.
Of course you did. No, go on. Tell them what you found. We found. You found.
The FBI has the book.
You're
And
gonna have
that's
to
a
give them more information than that.
Yes, the FBI branch in Tampa has the book. Probably. Because of that Masquerade breach shit, that is. And apparently, and he points at Leaf and Emmerich, there is something to do with the maidens that y'all had.
Yeah. Vera.
Wait, so
And
the
how
legit.
are we doing this? How
Wait,
can
so
we get it?
you're saying like the legit FBI has this book?
Yes, his name is Oscar Vasquez, and apparently he has the damn book. Poor Dennis was heartbroken. Maybe we can use him to lure Vasquez out, but I don't know how convincing Dennis is going to be as an actor or a bait.
Yeah, I was the legit FBI.
The real one.
Well,
Like I thought it was just like a cover or some shit. So like, okay, yeah. What's the plan now?
But here's the shit. It's in Tampa. We need to bring it here. I cannot
Okay.
stress this enough. Don't trespass cities.
Gonna
At
need
this
a bit more
point-
info.
At this point in time, Leaf will just silently pull out her phone and attempt to send a message to Marigold to come over as soon as possible.
Go ahead and give me a technology and oblivion roll.
Oof.
All right, so need some info on Tampa then.
That
Yeah,
says
but
we
not
can't
much.
go over there.
What happens if we go over there?
there's
Tradition
another-
break.
I
Hey,
think there's
hey.
just okay. Go ahead, Leaf. You say what
Uh,
you have to say.
No, this is Emmerich. Is Lonnie here?
Yes.
Leaf will grimace at her phone and give a look to Lonnie and
Did you
shake
fail?
her phone. I failed.
Okay.
Straight up.
Yeah, you're gonna need a new one then because you just fried yours.
Yep. Yep.
Lanny will
Yeah.
text Marigold for you.
There
sh-
is. Oh, sorry.
No, I was just saying that we should be able to get her another burner phone easy.
Yeah, there's something we're not considering that we should, that I would like us to consider. There's no
Ollie.
reason for an FBI agent, generally speaking, to be interested in a historical book. And
That's
Yeah.
yeah, that's kind of weird.
Let me go on. My experiences say that such government agencies are often a staging area or a cover for the Second Inquisition. I've had my own up close and personal, let's say, encounters, and I have a lot of personal reasons to want to question Mr. Vasquez. So, well, we all have a lot of reasons to question him. I'm just asking you all that if we can find him and lure him here, no matter how we do it, we try to keep him alive and let me do what I need to do, if that's okay.
What's the Second Inquisition?
Oh,
Oh dear.
right, young, got it. Well, imagine a bunch of humans with unlimited budgets who know about us and want to kill us.
So, like, for real witch hunt Inquisition.
If you mean by like real witch hunt, your modern day, highly technologically advanced, then yes, that is fair and accurate.
Though witches are also real, except we call them mages.
Right? Wow.
Also
Okay.
that.
Mm-hmm.
And those are different than warlocks.
Yes, they are.
So we do at least have a contact number for this Vasquez, I believe. It should be in Dennis's phone.
He also gave you a card.
Right, and the card.
The card was for the Smithsonian, but yeah.
They tend not to travel alone.
True, but if we can get one or two of them, we could potentially get the information we need.
I mean, even the men in black tend to show up like 3 or 4 strong.
Only if they have reason to.
Well, what if... Well, the card he gave said the Smithsonian. What if we contact him pretending that we still think that?
Or we have Dennis's phone. What if we just text him something that would pique his interest? And
Like a
get him
second
to-
journal.
I was thinking something a little more. Something that obviously would not breach the Masquerade, but would pique the interest of somebody who was aware of the supernatural. But something also mundane enough that they would want to collect it, but not send a SWAT team after it, if that makes sense.
Right.
What do you all think of that?
I mean, it's the best we have that I can think of. It's still a bit
I think I got it. What about if Dennis says he found a cipher that he thinks will work with the book, but he, needs to see the book again if Vasquez could potentially bring it to him, be it at his apartment or wherever. He has cracked the cipher and would love to find out what it means with him. Something like that? What do you think?
you think your tongue is that silver?
I mean, it's a text message. right? How? I mean, he might call, I suppose.
What if he wants to meet during the day?
Yeah.
Well, that's a good
out of
question.
out of character question. Is Dennis already gone? Did you guys already send him off?
Dennis is up in the room working on schoolwork.
He's in the cell.
Yeah, I need to set that up first.
Why don't we just have Dennis call and talk to him himself? Text message seems more suspicious. He's
Fair
here. We
enough.
might as well use him.
Yeah, but he is. His feelings are hurt with the FBI.
Yeah, but we can.
What do you mean?
I can convince him.
It's about
I
this
mean, is there a
time.
way?
It's about this time you
Sure.
guys see Scott's phone. Scott look at his phone and step away while you guys continue talking.
Says.
Well, we all know what Leaf does. She's gonna use her heightened senses to see if he ends up making a phone call or anything.
I can convince Scott.
You hear the sound of thumbs on a screen, and you just hear thumb tapping on a screen, so you think he is responding in text messaging.
Internal sigh. Okay.
Is there a way that we can keep Dennis loyal to us? Like, can you, I don't know, dominate his mind? So that
I
way,
mean,
I don't want to Google the guy.
at the moment, he seems very compliant. We just need to make sure we keep up the facade. But
Okay.
as far as him talking to the FBI guy or the whatever the hell he might be, unless Dennis is a theater kid, you might see through it.
Yeah.
I have an idea. I think I've already convinced Dennis of what he is the danger he's in.
And I mean,
If
I can
once
get him a scholarship.
that would be fantastic. Once Marigold arrives, or unless Wally, you have the know-how to at least make his phone untraceable or something of that nature,
I can try. Yeah.
or at least really hard to trace because this is the FBI we're talking about.
I can try. If you want to, I can get it started, and she might want to finish the job or double down on it.
Don't do anything until she gets here. But yeah,
Sure.
start writing the code. Don't do the actual changes to the phone yet.
No trouble.
But yeah, I can convince him if you all are in agreement that.
Wait, does Dennis have like like an iPhone or an Android or some shit?
It was an iPhone 11.
They might
Oh,
have some
dear.
kind of find my location type shit that they can ping, right? Might want to get rid of that.
Can turn all that off, I think.
I mean, airplane mode.
That gets that. That's
Well-
like a tracker type thing that civilians, citizens can do.
That's why I want Marigold and Wally to work on the problem together.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about the plan. I convinced Dennis that he needs to call this guy from the Smithsonian, tell him that somebody is after him, but he's found this cipher, but he's lost his car, and he needs them to meet at a specific location, perhaps somewhere away from the city, somewhere like a park or something, where it would be particularly easy for us to sort of blend in, and just wait for this Mr. Vasquez guy. And we could probably just leave Dennis here. But the phone should ping to wherever we pick for a location.
Then what are we doing when Vasquez gets there? We can't just make him disappear. He's part of the FBI.
Well, we could.
I mean,
He's part of the FBI who apparently probably hunts down the supernatural. But
If
That
we,
would have
you
them
would be
come and,
too on the nose.
yeah, it would have them come sniffing at our doorstep.
Go ahead,
They're like
Leaf.
cockroaches.
Oh no, it's fine. Everybody's just speaking over everybody, saying each other's words. It's fine. It's all good. Keep talking. I'm listening.
It's about this time, Parker, you notice Scott walk over to the threshold of the room and nod you over.
She'll head over to him.
And he'll pull you into the next room. Yes, Leaf, you can hear the conversation with your heightened senses. One of my guys says that she's been spotted. She left the location, but they know where they're going. She left with a couple of the guys.
Where are they going?
He pauses and he'll look at his phone real quick and then out at the doorway and Parker, you'll see him go on YouTube and type in the words high-pitched whine, high-frequency whine, and play it. Leaf, go ahead and give me a composure and resolve check.
I got 4 successes.
4 successes. You can't. It hurts. It hurts when you hear that high pitch frequency, but you are able to. You're no stranger to pain. So you're able to maintain a neutral face, even though it is excruciating to your hearing.
It's fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. I've been through worse.
And Parker, you see him switch to text messaging, and types in the like it shows you the text message that just says the elixir portal.
What is that?
It's a bar. Lots of arcade games. Some pool.
Okay. And that's where she's going right now.
Yeah. You can tell them. But you know the terms.
Yeah. I know.
And he'll nod to you and then gesture for you to go on out there. All right, let's see what you can do.
As Parker walks back out into the main room. Hey, everybody. We have a sighting of Ramona, and we know where she's headed right now. So we can figure out the FBI stuff later, yeah?
Dennis can wait. Yeah. Let's go.
Yep.
Where are we
Are
going?
we taking?
Hold up. Hold the fuck up. We're not just gonna leave. We don't even know where we're going. Calm the fuck down.
It's a bar called the Elixir Portal. But we can't hurt any of the people she's with.
Okay.
Wasn't really planning on it, but
Are they her bodyguard? Why can't we hurt anyone she's with? And can we have this conversation in the car if she might move on?
yeah. Are we taking the unicorn van again?
No, we'll take something faster.
Hey, Crafty, is Marigold here yet?
Marigold would be arriving about this point.
Before we go anywhere, let's wait for Marigold so that she can pull up what this place looks like, and we can form a plan and she'll side-eye Parker, not attack, before we just hop into the car and go. Okay? Like, let's just take a moment and plan this out.
Should you do that? Well, how far is this place away? Do we know?
And you see Marigold like looking a little shocked. She's like, what place am I looking up?
The Elixir portal.
Oh. Really? Oh. We're going there?
Yeah, I think that's the plan.
And
What do you mean we're going there?
So Leaf, you actually see Marigold look a little excited. And she smiles. On the occasions I can go out and do something. That's one of the places I've gone. It's a little bar. It's not that big. It's got pool tables. It's got arcade games like skee ball. A lot of tabletop card games. And they got craft beers. It's actually a really cool place. It's been voted a local geek spot.
Sweet.
What?
Like,
You know what? Okay. Well, pull it up then.
She'll pull out her laptop and pull up the Facebook page for the bar. It's a very casual bar from the images that she pulls up. It's got 3 large rooms. One of the main room has the bar, very long bar with ping pong machines on the left, and you can see that there's like the staff is smiling at whoever's taking the photo, and you see on one of the bar stools that there is a dog wearing a bandana that's just seated at the bar. Another one of the rooms is like a large room with couches and chairs where people can play board games that are available for anyone to grab. And the third room is also large. It's got a pool table, an air hockey table, skee ball, one of those basketball games. It's basically an adult arcade.
Okay. So, is there a back door?
You do see that there is a door past the bar. Whether or not it heads outside, you are not sure.
How busy is it?
From
Like, what would it?
from what you can tell in the photos, it seems like the place is more busy on Fridays and the weekends. And tonight is Wednesday, so you don't think it'll be too crowded. It's the middle of the week. People don't generally tend to go out too late on a work night.
The reason I didn't want to just get in the car and then look all of this up is because my abilities fucks with tech, and I needed to be as far away from it as possible. Just to let everybody know.
So I will say this, Leaf. While your Oblivion affects a lot of technology, skee ball, ping pong tables, those types of arcade games, not affected by your Oblivion.
Oh, I know that. I was just saying, like, I didn't want to be in the car while Marigold was actively looking and doing stuff on her computer. Yeah, I just fried my phone.
Do we have enough information to head over there and have this discussion of what we're going to do in the car now?
Yes, we do. We can go now.
Well, are we just trying to talk to her, or are we trying to bring her back here?
Well, first things first, let's try to talk. But yeah, what was plan
Let's-
B, C, and D?
Let's figure that out while we drive. Yes.
Yes, of course.
And the Escalade is a 7-seat vehicle. We can all fit in that unless someone else wants to drive their own vehicle. That includes Marigold, by the way.
I got a bike, but
You can take your bike.
Marigold, can you just send this Facebook page to Lonnie and then go home?
Marigold will nod and forward it to Lanny in text message, and packs up all of her things and starts heading out. The rest of you gather what you need and head into the car and start driving there. And the scene is yours as you're driving to the Elixir portal.
This individual's the Y. I would like to get her. She obviously doesn't have the book, but we know where the book is now. We can use her. We can bait her. We can, more importantly, figure out what the hell she was doing there and how she even knew about it to begin with.
I don't think she will want to talk to us, given how that went. So
I think
we are either better off grabbing her, or
I don't think we should start. I think that you all should potentially be ready to grab her, but I don't think that we should assume she's going to run.
yeah, we're gonna be in a public place, busy or not. That's gonna kind of look poorly on us. So we'll try to de-escalate before we escalate again.
Let's just calmly have a conversation. Remember, we're in public. And see if we can convince her to calmly come with us. And having an extra seat available in the vehicle might be beneficial. So, are we in agreement? We go in, we talk to her, and worst case scenario, she tries to leave and we track her as much as we can and try and nab her if we have to, absolutely have to, somewhere later in the evening.
One problem.
What's that?
I don't know if Wally can get into a bar.
I don't know if you can get into a bar.
I don't need to look like I'm getting into the bar.
Yeah,
I
I'm pretty
don't
sure
even need people to see me.
Wally can sneak into
Okay.
the bar.
Well, I can get in. I've got my fake ID.
Let's hope that works. Last thing we need you is be arrested for using a fake ID at this point. So I hope it's good.
Yeah,
Leave
it's fine.
thoughts.
And Parker will start undoing her braids so she looks a little bit older.
Is Parker 18, technically?
Parker is 19.
Okay. Out of game knowledge, Crafty, are 19-year-olds allowed in bars if they're the designated driver?
No, most bars are 21 over. In Florida, even for DDs.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Because, yeah.
She said she had a fake ID, so
Yeah, I know. I was just thinking of
Some-
alternative routes to this.
Some bars
Every
are
good
20.
delinquent.
Some bars are 25 plus now.
What?
That's neither here nor there. Let's keep going.
Okay, yeah, no, you threw me off with that.
all right. So, Leaf, your thoughts? Are you good with this plan? Try to talk to her. If not, track her down, grab her when we can.
See, that's the thing, is that if she bolts, it's very unlikely that we'll be able to catch her. So we
I
need
can
to get
catch
her
her.
inside the building.
Well, there's like usually like a fire exit. Want to plant somebody back there?
I saw that there was a door behind the bar. I did not see a door in any of the other rooms.
And
So the
Make
back
a loop.
exit would be in there through the kitchen, I'm assuming.
There's no kitchen. It's just a bar.
There's no kitchen. It's just a bar. Okay. I'm assuming that the fire exit or the back door is there in the storage area.
So yeah, did you want to plant somebody back there to intercept her if she tries to run?
Yes.
I'm pretty fast. I could do that part.
I mean, if you're staying outside the bar, if everybody's so concerned about age, maybe you should be in the back one. I can keep you company. I mean, I will be holding nobody down, but still.
So we'll drive around the bar, see if there's I think legally speaking, they have to have a fire exit somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see what they have. We'll see what we can spot as far as other exits go. And station Parker and Wally, I guess, out of one exit, and then you could do Leaf and Sean at another exit if you're wanting to do that, depending on how many exits there are. And then myself and Lanny can go have a calm and straightforward chat with our potential new friend.
That is an excellent idea. But also, Leaf will go to search around in her backpack and grab out the small headsets that have come in very handy for everything so far, and gives the case over to Emmerich, not daring to open it or do anything with it.
Yep. And Emmerich will hand them out.
All right. If we're all set, I will go ahead and transition to the bar.
I'm sorry, what's being handed out?
The
Earpieces.
yeah, the earpieces.
Okay.
But yeah, if we're all good, I can go ahead and transition us to the bar.
Do
All
it.
right. All right. So you get to the bar. It's part of a little strip off the side of the road. The elixir portal is got like glass windows at the front instead of walls, and they're covered with posters and stickers. As you go inside, you can see that there are some patrons. The only way to Emmerich, Leaf, and Sean are going in through the front, correct?
Emmerich and Lanny are going into the. There's two exits. Is that accurate?
There's a front door and then there's a back door.
Okay, so I think the plan, if you all want to correct me if I miscommunicated this, was Sean and Leaf will be waiting outside the front door. Parker and Wally will be waiting outside the back door, whatever level of stealth they all want to use. And then Emmerich and Lanny are going to go in and look for this tattooed woman who we don't actually know her name, but is Ramona.
No, you know it's Ramona.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, remember you got the police report?
Right, we do.
Ramona Bishop.
Ramona Bishop.
So, how busy is it?
I was actually going to go just on the inside of the door and just hang out. No, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait outside. Never mind. Scratch that.
So Wally and Parker go around the strip, like the strip of like the shopping, this little shopping center, to the back, and they find where they believe the elixir's back door is. There's some chairs set up outside, as well as a couple of potted plants, and a very small, like closet-sized storage shed. And even if this isn't the right one, you can gather that, like, you can see that a lot, like, this is not a big strip, like a shopping area, that, like, all the businesses are very close together, and you'll be, even if she comes out another door, you'll be able to find out exactly, you'll be able to spot her.
Are there any cameras back there?
There is there is a camera back there.
Is it pointed at us?
It's pointed at the door. Like, it's on, like, it's installed on the shed, and it's pointing at the at the door of the like it's pointing at the door of the bar.
Okay, so Parker will be waiting just outside where she thinks that camera range is.
Okay.
I am going to disappear and I'm going to post myself right outside the door and have sort of like a foot in front of the door. Not like an actual blockade of the door, but in case I see her trying to get out, I'm going to just push my foot in front of the way.
All right.
I'm
So
also going to activate Silence of Death.
all
Just
right.
in case.
Yeah, I'm disappearing.
All right. Sean, Emmerich, and Leaf, since you have a clear view of the front, you can see inside the building because of the windows. So even if you don't go inside, you're able to see what's going on inside. Aside from a couple of poster-like obstructions. But you see that it is not too busy tonight. The bar only has like 5 patrons in the first room that you can see, as well as a couple of workers. And you do see that there is a dog seated on the stool. And Emmerich, as you go inside, so the building, you walk in and it's just one long, large room. And then off to your left is a second room. And then past that, but still attached to the bar room that you're currently in, there's another room towards the back. They all have very large thresholds that you can see through. And as you skirt in through the first front room that's attached to the bar room, you can see the back room where there's a pool table, the skee ball, air hockey table, and you do spot Ramona with like 3 tough looking thug individuals, and they're all playing pool.
Okay. Yeah, Emmerich and Lanny will approach, not aggressively, and depending on how close he gets before she spots him, if he gets within earshot, he will say something to her.
What would you say?
Miss Bishop, I was not expecting to see you here tonight, but I do believe that we have found what you have been looking for.
She turns to she was like, her side profile was to you, so she turns slightly at the sound of her name, but the second she spots you, immediately turns her head back and looks down, and you can see her hands tighten around the pool cue a little tighter.
There's no need for that. We don't need to get into any sort of argument or any sort of... I just want to see if we can work together. We obviously got off on the wrong foot.
Hey, Juan. Why don't you get my friend here a pool cue? He's gonna rack him up. New game. The rest of you guys go play pool. Go play air hockey. And Julio, go put something on the jukebox. Make it loud. And you see the guys nod. Juan sets up a new rack of pool of the balls. And as he's passing past you, he hands you a pool cue.
Emmerich will take the pool cue.
I'll feel a little bit better if your eyes are on the game, sir.
I'm not going to try and make you do anything you don't want to do.
Says the guy who tried to do it to me twice.
That was a very different scenario, and you know that. Very contentious, very hostile.
You break
I don't want
first.
that. Of course, I'd be happy to break for you, or for us. I just want to see if we can potentially come up with something more productive to do with our time than be at each other's throats.
Your friend's here?
What do you think? Your friends are here.
These aren't my friends, these are my associates, man.
Fair enough. Either way,
So, yes,
Come-
they're here then.
this conversation is between you and I. We
Tell them to
can
come in. We can all have a chat.
Are you sure you don't? You don't want to just have a private conversation? You want to bring them all in? I can have them come in. That's completely fine.
We both know that this conversation ain't private. And she taps her ear.
Well, my half, your half isn't, I suppose. Emmerich sort of crack his neck. All right, we can have at least the little group meeting and see what we want to do about this.
Assuming the little one can get in. She was a tiny little thing, huh?
She was, yes, and that was very unfortunate with what you did to her. I didn't think you would do that.
What, shoot her in the foot? Yeah, so what?
That. I mean, she got better, so that's fine.
Yeah, we get better real quick.
She kind of deserved it, I suppose.
Ooh.
But either way,
Yeah, invite him in.
yeah.
You guys
They'll
fucked.
be here.
You guys fucked me anyway, so sure, why not?
See, that's what I'm concerned about. I don't know why you would think that, or what that actually meant, because we didn't do anything. And the information we have says that our appearance there didn't change anything. So, yeah, it seems like we're after the same thing. Maybe for different reasons.
Who are you with?
Not important. Who are
Yeah,
you
no,
with?
that's important to me. Who are you with?
Not something I'm going to divulge right now. We are with ourselves. We have our own motivations. My friends and I. We're not hired by any. We're not paid by anybody. We're simply looking for some historical significantly. So historical,
Client-
a journal of historical significance. That's all.
Client confidentiality.
Oh, did Sean come in at this point?
I mean, if
You all can hear the conversation.
yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
Leaf would not have let Sean come in yet. She would have whispered that nobody goes in unless Emmerich specifically says it's okay to come in.
That's what I thought he said, but no, I was saying that over the piece anyway.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Either way, I don't suspect that you're going to tell me what your real motivations are.
Client
you?
confidentiality, or is that like the guy, the big dude who's in charge, the head of the top brass dude?
No.
No? Then why the fuck do you care who you work for then?
Why do I care? Why do I care who you work for?
Why do you care who you work for? If it's not the top brass, why the fuck work for them anyway?
Like I said, we have our own motivations. We are here for ourselves. We live where we live. We do what we do to survive. Either way, if you'd like to meet everybody, I can invite them in.
Sure.
Feel free to join us when you are ready. In the meantime, and just for my own sake, do you have any leads that you, or anything you could potentially share to trade for this information, or are you willing to potentially work to get this item with us?
I ain't supposed to work with any of you.
Yeah, well, but you said it yourself. You're fucked right now, right? That was your words. So you need a lifeline, right?
What do you mean by any of us?
I know who I can and can't trust. They taught me that much at least. Until I know what families you are with, I ain't saying shit.
Well, we can have that discussion in a private location. Somewhere else
Julio!
public.
Julio, where's that music? And at this, you hear the music suddenly crank up loud.
Yes. Even so, the details such as that, given the current circumstances, I do not believe are.
You're all fancy with your words. You
I'll
can.
ju- I'm-
You're all
I'm- yeah.
fancy. Hey, buddy, you're all fancy with your words. I get it. You went to school. You're
did.
more intellectual than certain individuals. So you probably are clever and smart enough to talk in code, yeah?
Yeah, I can do that.
So talk in code, man, because if you want to get somewhere with me, I need to know what families you're with.
Well, we know what family you're with. Yes? You did kind of give that up.
Fucking shit.
While this conversation is happening, Leaf will look at Sean and put a finger up to her mouth and in like a signal to not speak into the headset. And she'll whisper very quietly to wait here a moment. She will creep to the back, not really creep, but just slowly walk. And as she rounds the corner, she will check for a camera and we'll see Parker, right?
Mm-hmm.
She can still see Parker. And go and stand next to her and also tell her to keep quiet. Leaf will assume that Wally is nearby and she will whisper very quietly that she wants Wally to stay in the back, but that Parker is welcome to come in if she wants, but she doesn't have to. But she needs to make a decision now.
Parker will go inside.
All right. Parker, whenever you go inside, are you going in through the back?
Does it look
Leaf-
like it
Leaf
has an
would-
alarm?
It does not look like it
Leaf-
has an alarm.
Leaf would very much be guiding Parker back to the front. We are not going through the back door. We are not going to do this. We're going into the front door.
Parker would follow along.
So yeah, when they get to the front, she will look at Sean again and point to the door and nod.
Okay.
So who's going in?
Yeah. Assume everyone but Wally. Right?
Leaf will
Apparently.
lead the group.
All right. So back inside the bar, Ramona does glance up when she sees other people joining you all. Don't recognize the dark-haired one. Where was she hiding?
You can speak for herself. You can ask her.
Are we up at the pool table already? or
Yeah,
are
it's
we
not
just walking in?
it's not a big building. It's very literally it's literally 10 seconds to walk from the front door to where they're at.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. So Leif, upon hearing this, will walk straight up to the pool table and look down a moment before looking back up at her. I was there the whole time.
She'll grin and hit some and line up the pool cue. And be like, I like that confidence, girly. You would have done well inside the system.
Leaf will smile softly
So
Yeah. I did pretty well.
Oh shit. All right. I like her.
Good.
What family's you with? She'll glance quickly over at Sean. Not you, I already know. I don't know the name, but they told me that some of you guys look like that.
How long have you been around, Ramona? Because it sounds like not long.
Leaf will interject. One of the darker ones.
6 months. And she'll glance at Leaf's midsection. Yeah, they told me that some of you guys can do stuff with shadows. That's pretty cool.
You've got a few cool tricks yourself.
How long since you got the gift?
Not long enough.
What about you, Teeny Bopper?
What? How long has it been?
No, your family.
Oh, what did he call it earlier? The rabble?
The rebels?
The rabble?
Oh, the angry ones.
You see the tie, you know what I can do. What's your guess?
You're the one I trust the least.
I don't care if you trust me. I simply care if you want to work with us or not.
Not unless I get confirmation of what you are.
What am I?
Trouble. Trouble for me specifically.
I'm not. I'm really not. We have a shared enemy, and that's what you should be worried about. Because you're probably in a lot deeper than you think. Because you said you're fucked, but depending on who else may have seen you, you might be really fucked. Candidly. And Emmerich will take a shot. I assume it's his turn at some point.
Yeah. They told me that there's some of you that can do stuff to brains.
Yep.
You
There's
can
some
do
of
it,
us that
and you can
do
do that. I don't like that.
Well, I only do that to those who are holding a gun to my friends, typically.
You're the one that told me
So-
to fucking shoot her.
I didn't force you to do that, you know it. That was something you did of your own free will.
Yeah, let's
I
talk
mean,
about free will
it-
because you kind of took that away from me for a minute there.
Yeah, because I was trying to diffuse the situation, but you are unfortunately a terrible listener. Either way, like I said, we didn't meet under the best terms, did we?
I mean, she listened when you told her to shoot our friend here, so.
Yeah, I feel like she might maybe wanted to do that. Did you want to shoot her?
I wanted to prove a point.
That you were willing to? Either way, you're not answering my question. Do you want to work together? Do you want to recover this item or not? Because it's going to take a lot of coordinated effort, given what we know.
Y'all want to play teams?
Sure, everyone grab a pool cue. And I actually have a good idea. Glasses. And she points at Emmerich.
Yep.
Why don't you go stand over there? And she'll point to the bathroom.
I'm good. Why would I do that?
'Cause. And she'll go and stand next to Parker and put her head, still not looking at anyone in the eye, put her head near Parker's near Parker's ear. Why don't you go ahead right here? And she pulls out a regular flip phone. Teeny Bopper, why don't you go ahead and type out what family Mr. Elusive over there is from. And then I'll go to her, and she points to Leaf, and then I'll go to him and see what they say. And if all the answers are the same, shouldn't be a problem, right?
You assume that I am not particularly elusive with such information, but you're
Do I
welcome
hear all
to
that?
try it.
You can hear all of this, Wally.
Okay, and she doesn't know I'm there,
No.
correct? I'm going to appear. I'm going to move outside of the camera range. I'm going to appear, and I'm going to say on the on the earpieces, Toreador. Fucking Toreador is doing that again. And try and give the idea that Emmerich is a Toreador. And that he's playing mind games with everybody again.
It does not
Assuming
matter.
that you probably can hear what we are talking on. Yeah, that's the point.
So she'll hold up the phone to Parker. Go ahead, type it in.
Okay.
What does Parker type on the phone?
Parker types, I don't trust him either, but we need him. We're fucked. Help us.
She'll look at the phone, actually look at Parker in the, eye to eye. Then she'll erase the message, move over to Sean. Type your answer. What does Sean write in the phone?
Rose emoji.
She'll erase it, go over to Leaf. Why don't you go ahead and whisper it to me? Because I know that you guys, from what I was told, don't do this stuff. And she holds up the cell phone.
Leaf will lean in very, very close to her left ear and just barely audibly whisper, he specifically will not do great harm to you. I will make sure that doesn't happen.
Give me a manipulation and persuasion or subterfuge. If you're lying to her, it's subterfuge. If you're being honest with her, it's persuasion.
What was it again?
Manipulation and persuasion if you are being honest, or subterfuge if you are being deceitful.
What if I'm being very specific with my choice of words?
What were the words again?
He will not do great harm to you. I will make sure that doesn't happen.
Then it would be manipulation and persuasion.
I'm gonna blood surge.
Ow.
I get a little bit hungrier.
Okay.
I got 2 successes.
What's your answer? What family's he with?
Would telling her break any tenants?
No. Wait, do you have a Don't Betray the Coterie?
No.
Then no.
We have secrecy of the task is paramount, but not specifically of the people. Yeah.
It's just a Toreador.
She'll like lean back and look at Emmerich's torso still, not meeting his gaze.
Yes. You satisfied?
They didn't pick a looker for you guys, did they? Oh well.
I have other talents. Artistically
Apparently.
inclined as it was.
So interesting.
Some it is.
Fine.
Are we ready to talk?
Sure. But not here. Since you guys want to be more discreet. Me and my guys, and she'll gesture over to the humans that she brought with her. We'll come with you. Separate cars, of course. And we'll meet at a park nearby. Deal?
Your guys,
You can,
can
I
keep their distance.
I
'cause,
assume you can make them forget they ever heard anything, buddy.
It's a big assumption. But yes, this is going to be quite annoying to be doing it so frequently. So why don't we just have them stay at a safe-ish distance for everyone's protection?
Okay. With the knowledge that they have to run if they see anything shady going on.
Sure, that seems reasonable.
And call the police on you guys.
Of course. And Emmerich would look around at like Leaf first, and sort of like, what do you think? The look would say, "What do you think?"
Not knowing if Emmerich will actually pick up on what she is trying to convey back, but it would be a what choice do we have, honestly. Look.
Why don't you give me your cell phone number, so if we get separated, we can at least have a phone conversation if that makes you more comfortable.
Why don't I just ride with you?
Yeah, you know what? And she puts an arm around Parker. I like that idea. Teeny Bopper can come with me.
Deciding if I need to make a frenzy check right now for that little. No, I'm good, I think.
I can travel too. Right?
No, go ahead. Go ahead and make that check. Do it.
No, he doesn't need to make a frenzy check. He can make a composure and resolve check to a composure and a composure and subterfuge to mask that he's pissed off right now. If he would like.
Yeah, one success on that. Not
Okay.
masking that very well.
Yeah, you are not masking at all that you are annoyed by this suggestion.
The child is not going with you. It would be very inconvenient.
Why don't I go with as well? We can
Oh, you-
have a little girl party.
Both want to go with. That's a terrible idea. Do we want
Yeah.
to take one of? We'll take one of your guys then, just for make it all even. Yeah.
Sure. Julio,
Which-
go ahead and get in the car with Mr. Glasses over here. We're heading to the park. Go up and settle the tab. Juan, get the
Parker's
car
gonna-
started.
Parker's gonna shoot Emmerich a look like, remember what I said before we left?
Out of character. What did you say before we left?
Can't hurt the kind.
Can't hurt the kind.
No.
that
Oh yeah,
shoots
no.
with.
Oh, that part. Yeah, no. I thought it was something related to the whole, like, you going with. Okay. Anyway, that's fine. Yeah. Won't hurt them.
All right.
Won't hurt them at all.
All right. Wally, you have heard all this information over the earpiece, and you know that they're heading to the cars now. Do you want to
Okay.
head there before them? Get there before them, to maybe
Yeah.
obfuscate in the car.
Yeah, probably.
All right. You go ahead and you do that. You're unseen, and since you're able to get in there without any issue.
No problems then.
All right. You all get in the cars, and we're going to pick up this interesting scene next session. Thank you so much for joining us for an episode of Mementos. We hope you've enjoyed what you've heard so far, and make sure to tune in next week for a new episode and the continuation of this. Until then, have a nice week, everyone.